Hello and welcome back to Brickworld here on YouTube, my Lego City project. And in today's update, we are going to work once again in that area you can see right now. We are going to close that very big gap here between the tracks. We're also going to work on the other side of that wall and close that little gap here, as you can see here. And we are going to work on the right side where there is going to be the bus station in the future. We're going to start here with some parts. We're going to add a little bit part of the street and all other stuff here. So it's a gap closing update today. Right at the beginning, I created one new additional light of these big light posts here, and I'm going to add it to our track area here where there is the big gap to illuminate that area in the future. And as you can see, I have already placed it here, and now we have 3 of these big lamp posts here. You can also see the cable management here with all the connectors and all the cables here. We have to hide these parts later in the update. But before we are going to that area, I have changed a little bit the layout here with all that overhead line post. I have added a bigger or more place between 2 of them, and also added all the missing parts here in that area. So I already did the smaller parts. I also did that bridge here to get the overhead lines above that 3 switch here, and that is a finished part because I'm not adding more posts at the moment, and that's all the posts we need here in that area we are working right now, doing all the updates in the last time. So coming back to that very big gap, I'm adding here some tiles that are the cable placements. I don't know if it's in other countries the same, but in Germany there are the cables lying in that little places under the soil. And I'm also adding a lot of dark bluish gray plates now to hide all my cables and all the connectors, so it's easy to get to them again, but nobody can see them. I'm often adding some plants, and the first gap is closed, and we are going to my goal for today, but we have still a lot of work to do. Like in that area, I have to add a lot of stuff. You see that here is one model ending, the next one is the one with the wall, and I'm also added a lot of more stuff here. Then now we have finished the first model here. I have added a new minifigure, so we have now 544 minifigures here in the city. I also added a lot of little details right here, and also added a lot of plants. So I think that model is now finished or almost finished. We have to change some little parts in the future, and now I show you how all of the stuff behind the wall is done. I have added a little bit of a path here in reddish brown. I also added a little bit of these cheese slopes in light bluish gray to, it looks like a little bit stuff here. And as I said before, we are now on the other side of that wall, that curved wall here. We have to close that little gap here between the wall and the elevator on the left side. And I decided to add only plants and a bigger tree here in that area. But first of all, I have to put a lot of bricks and plates here. It's a little bit tricky because I have that curved wall, so I cannot build as I want, and I have to work around that curved wall, adding now some reddish brown plates above it to let it look like soil, and then we are going to add a lot of plants above that. So you can see here a little speed build, adding a lot of leaves and other other plant parts. A lot of leaves are going directly to the curved wall, so I can hide these little gaps that are here. And when you are standing in front of the table, you're not able to see those little gaps later. Adding some more plants here. I also want to add a bigger tree in that area. I have removed that tree from another location in the city where the tree is not very good placed, and here is it. It's a bigger tree I did a few weeks ago, and I think the location here is a lot better for the tree, and also fits perfectly here between the wall and the elevator, and I think it make it look a little bit more nice here in that area. And that's now we have finished also that model here, and I think it looks a lot better with the tree, and we have done a good job, I think, here. But that's not all we wanted to do today, and showing you a little bit of stuff I have done here on both sides of the wall, and I think that's what I wanted to have. You can write in the comments what do you think about all the stuff I have added on these two models today. But coming to the next model, you see it right here, I'm going to add a little bit of the pavement here, and here's also the next USB port going under the table, and so I have to replace some stuff here, but that's the place. You can see on the left side there is a hole in the table. There's going to be a way down under the train tracks where we can go to the train station building, or you can go to the tracks in the underground. And also there will be a way to an underground parking area in the future, but that is a little bit far in the future. But now I'm thinking about what I can do here to make it a little more interesting. So I added that guy with his paintings. He's standing there. Also added that little boy from the actual new minifigure CS24. And here you can see that street artist selling his paintings here. The paintings are from a French shop that is selling printed Lego parts. And I also have that white lamp post left. It's already connected with cable, so I do not have to change some things. So I added it right here in that location. I'm not sure if the lamp is going to be placed there forever, but right at the moment I think it's a nice good placement for it. And now we are going to add the basement for a little part of that a street area here. That's already a street part of the later bus station, where there are going to be there's going to be a very big bus station where I can put about 6 big buses there. And also can see that I'm adding the top layer of that. That means I have 2 layers of plates and then one layer of tiles in dark bluish gray, which is the actual street. And that's a height, because if I have a height of 3 plates and tiles, I am able to put in the train tracks for the streetcar, for example, into the street if I want that. And so we are going to work here a little bit more at the edge of the table, and adding here some more stuff for the pavement and the walkway for all the other stuff, and also worked a little bit at the edge. So you can see here I have added a lot of stuff directly at the edge. That's something I want to do at all the parts out of the table, and I want to hide all the parts of the wood so nobody can see the tables later. Looking back to what we have done today, I think we did a good job today. We have added a lot of parts here. We have closed a lot of gaps, and that's where I want to add a curved sidewalk in the future. We're also going to work in that area here between the train tracks and the bus station in the future. Also added some more little items here. I've added a little bit more animals here, and here you can see that's what I talked about later. That's going to be the way down where we can go later to all the train tracks and also in the station building. In the future update, we have to work a little bit more little details here in that area. They are missing some little details, and that's something we are going to do in the future. But for now, I think we did a good job for today, as I already said. So feel free to write in the comments, what do you think about today's update? What do you want to see in the future? And that area, as you can see, I've pointed right now, that's that little table between those big tables. That's one of my goals for the near future, to finish it. You have to finish the wall here. You also have to add some more buildings above the wall. And yeah, it's a lot of stuff left to do, but I think we're on the right way to finish that area. Little goal, a little sub goal here in the city of Brickworld, or Brickgate as the city is called. And yeah, what do you think? Write it in the comments, and also you can write all your ideas about the upcoming bus station coming here. You can already see a little basic layout of it. And you can also see my red bus. I have built it almost 2 years ago. That is all for today. So thank you for watching. Thank you for everything else. And write it in the comments so I can say bye.